Just one of these days where I have time to myself and John is elsewhere, and I'm loving this peaceful time. But what I wanted to talk to you guys today was about my road to my spirituality and what I found along the way, and who I am now, and where I started. Because spirituality is my main push. It's me. It's who I am. And so a lot of people know that I'm in a kind of mysterious, who's this? Who is Ravi with now? Who's this guy with the turban? And is she becoming a Sikh? Is it a guru? Is it something like what the Beatles were into? No. Well, who knows? But it is a mysticism path, and mysticism is kind of an experiential path. It's not. It's not just something you read about in books or learn through a minister or whatever. It is an experiential path, and there's various kinds of mysticism connected to a lot of religions. But trying to get this still. Anyway, so I'm in the path of Sant now. How did I get here? Well, this is a story. I was raised very easygoing, United Church, Protestant Christian. My parents weren't very pushy about religion. They thought it would be good for us to get some, but they also believed in, the human right to your own expression and your own wants and needs. So they never forced anything. They never had this hellfire and damnation thing, thank goodness. So we started that way, and I enjoyed parts of it, and I felt a deep connection with Jesus, and I loved him very much. In fact, I remember running home one day crying because I thought about him on the cross. I think I was 7 or 8. But I just thought he was beautiful and misunderstood by some people. And as we go along, I grew dissatisfied with the conservative slant. I wanted something that had a great reverence for life and beauty and nature and just love, and something that was not you must and you better and hell and all this stuff. I wanted something that was pure and beautiful and trusting of God. So one day I was talking about that, and I believe my sister pointed towards a book called The Science of Mind. And I read it. It was a magazine. And it was from the Church of Religious Science. The main big belief they had was that all good was coming to us, and it was our disbelief in all good coming to us, which is what would put a stop in it. So it was very pro-positive thinking. It appealed to me. It was a hands-on kind of thing. And I stayed with that for a while. And then one day, I had been reading a book on a famous, is it John Nyhard? There's a book called Elk Speaks, and it's about a shaman. And so much of that appealed to me. The connection with nature, the understanding there was more out there than just things on paper, and that nature was really alive. And then I loved that. And I had also read books on Findhorn about the fairies and nature spirits in the north of Scotland. And this also appealed to me. I believed in it. I thought, why not? So we go from there to my considering a native spirituality. Now, mind you, coming from typical white privilege, I didn't understand or think there was anything negative in what I was doing. I thought, well, I love Native people, First Nations, and I love the good things. I don't like what's happening with them because of the colonists and colonizers. So I didn't see anything wrong with me following a native spirituality path. And then when I thought, at the time, I'd heard rumors that I may have an ancestor that was Cherokee, and I thought, well, even more so. And I embraced it, loved it, tried to defend it against anyone who thought it was culturally, what's the word? Appropriating? But in the end, I realized that, I have a background of, Celtic and English and German, and why not find something in that vein that's just has as much beauty and nature reverence and so on and so forth. So that led me to Wicca. Now, if you don't know anything about Wicca, drop all your preconceived notions of it being anything negative. It's a beautiful path. It's very much about worshiping God and the female face of God, which is Goddess, in everything that is and everything that is not manifest. And it's a very strongly built on the earthly experience of that, as in the fertility and the blending of energies and the beauty of the creative process. And it's also very practical on things such as magical spells. There's a creed in Wicca and rules about not manipulating people, and no spells against anyone. So I thought that was very ethical, and many Wiccans love Jesus and didn't have any negative bone in their body. So I went full into Wicca, and this was about 1987, I believe. So it's been quite a few years. I became initiated into a Correllian Nativist tradition. I've been a high priestess. I've had my own little coven. I've done public gatherings. I've done private gatherings. I've had a lot of experience. And in society, in our community, the witch populations have grown and shrunk and been very out and proud and in your face, and have also been very secretive and quiet and on the sort of edges of society. So I've seen different factions, different expressions of it, and I adore it, and to this day, I still consider myself Wiccan, and the other term is witch, although not all witches are Wiccan. So we're going along, and I'm expressing myself and enjoying it and loving this path, and I don't see why I have to disconnect from Jesus, who I always have adored and loved, and no matter what people argue about, I still say Jesus is for everyone. The Bible is a book written by humanity, and Jesus is Jesus. So, but one day I was getting frustrated because I wanted to learn more, deeper spirituality. I felt like I'm frustrated. I'm not learning more. I need Is my battery going to run out? I hope not. Anyway, I needed to be pushed into something deeper and more powerful, and I asked God to please help me to find a teacher, someone to pull me further along in my spiritual practice, because I feel like I'm stuck, not, becoming more learned. So lo and behold, I meet John, and lo and behold, he brings me to Master Sant Rajinder, Singh Maharaj, shows me the path. The path is beautiful. The path is filled with people from all walks of life, Buddhist, Christian, Jewish people, Muslims. It does not ask anyone to get rid of their path. It's hard to explain unless you get there and go through it, but I have been initiated, and I couldn't be happier with where I am right now, spiritually. So am I going to go beyond this? I have no idea, but I am very happy right now. And for those friends of mine who worry that I'm not Wiccan anymore, I'm still Wiccan. And you know what? I'm still Christian too. And yes, you can be both. But I can't beat Sant Mat. It's the ultimate path for me. I feel like I'm making progress spiritually. So anyway, here I am babbling on, and I can't find my camera's little ring light, the little one, so I have no idea if this is going to look okay. But, oh well, we do what we do. So there's my spirituality in a nutshell. Not calling myself a nut, but that is my spirituality. And whether you have a spirituality or are atheist or what have you, or just not interested, all is good. Just be kind to people and love people, and treat others as you'd want yourself to be treated. And we go on from there. So this is just a little one today, guys. I just wanted to explain about my path and my spiritual path. And there's more to the Sant Mat path that I could talk about, but I am not an expert in the path yet. I'm not saying I ever will be, but all I can say is that I'm happy with it. It fills a need in me that I had. So it's good stuff. Good all around. All right, I'm going to go, and I will see you again, hopefully sooner than last time, and we will see what else we're going to get into. And yeah, guys, have a very happy first day of spring coming up, and get out there if you can. Enjoy the sunshine and the flowers if you have them. Some places are still snowing. I know this. Anyway, guys, have a good one, and I will see you soon. Okay.